Hello there, welcome to this video. I am the Bookkeeping Master. In this video, I'm going to demonstrate how to create a very simple but effective bookkeeping spreadsheet on Microsoft Excel. I'll also demonstrate how to use the spreadsheet, so how to input data and what happens when that data has been entered in the spreadsheet. So let's jump right in. This is the spreadsheet that I'm going to show you how to create. So going from left to right and right to left, I can record my sales and I can record various expenses. So stationery, travel, I've got insurance, wages, rent, and then some spare expense accounts. So this spreadsheet will account for your sales and your expenses. And to the left here, there'll be an automated profit and loss where we have our sales minus our expenses gives us the overall profit or loss. This is updated automatically as information is entered. So if I enter a line here, such as some sort of sale, and put in say 10,000, you'll see that this updates automatically. And it's as simple as that. So I'll show you how to create this spreadsheet and how it works in this video. If you need something more advanced, more comprehensive, then I do have an advanced spreadsheet. That's a double entry bookkeeping spreadsheet that looks like this. Once again, this is automated. Down the bottom here, there's an income statement and a balance sheet. And this is double entry, and it will monitor and track. It will allow you to account for assets, liabilities, sales, expenses, purchases, revenue, and it's double entry. You can record both the debit and the credit side. If you're interested in this more advanced spreadsheet, there's another video all about it on my YouTube channel, and you can also download it on my website. But in this video, we're sticking with the basics, a very simple spreadsheet. So let me show you how to create this spreadsheet, and then I'll show you how it works. So you need a blank Excel file. So a blank worksheet, a blank spreadsheet. It doesn't matter if your Excel looks a bit different. You are likely just using a different version. That's absolutely fine. You can still follow this tutorial and it will still work perfectly. Okay, we're going to start off in column D, and I want you to put in date. In column E, so this is D2 and then E2, description, and then in F2, amount. So what date, description, and amount. This is our first account that we're creating, and I'm going to make the column D a bit wider, let's say 11. And then I'm going to drag column E, and let's make that much wider, say 28. And then the amount, we can click and drag that and make that 11 too. So I'm just clicking and dragging on these columns, the separators, to make the columns much wider. Okay, so we got date, description, and amount. Above this, so D1, E1, F1, I'm going to merge and center to create a title for this account, and this is going to be the sales account. And we can even make that bold or underline. So it's sales account, date, description, and amount. Our first account is done, believe it or not. On this account, we can record all of our sales. So we can put in the date, the description, and the amount. So for example, the 9th of July, 2026, description could be invoice 123, and then we can put in the amount. Let's say it's for 87.75, and that could be euros, pounds, dollars, it doesn't matter. Our first account is done. Easy. Sales account, date, description, and amount. We simply just enter each new sale on a new row under the sales heading. If I highlight D, E, and F, so highlight those 3 columns and right click, go to copy, and then paste that in G, I've now got my second account and I can carry on. So if I go to J, I can post that, go to M and post that, and let's move across the spreadsheet. I'm going to do P, let's paste that, S, and let's do a couple more. So V, let's paste it there as well, and then in Y. So all I've done is copy this account that I've created, DEF, and pasted it a number of times for each account. Now let's delete that information that I entered. These are our expense accounts. So this changed the headings. We got sales. Let's change that to our first expense, which could be, say, travel. Our travel expenses. And let's go through and add headings for each of these accounts that we've created. So we've got travel expenses. Let's say wages. We could do motor expenses. And let's tab across more. Stationery expenses. Insurance expenses. Perhaps we could put in rent expenses. And then our last one could be a spare. So I'll just call that spare one. And actually, I'm going to copy this and add another account and call that spare too. So I've got a couple of spares. So there could be some expenses that the business incurs that I don't have accounts for. So I can just change these headings. Accounts, expenses I can't foresee currently. Let's say 6 months into trading, I start incurring expenses for utilities. I can just change that spare account to utilities expense. So our accounts are actually set up now. What do we need to do next? I left these columns A, B, and C free for our automated part of this spreadsheet, our automated profit and loss or income statement. So let's make these columns wider. Let's do a 15, a 15, and let's say another 15. We can title this by merge and centering the top again. Let's call this profit and loss statement. And once again, we can make that bold or underline. I've clicked on A3, I click equals, and I click on my sales heading. Now I need to do the same for all of my expenses, but I'm going to leave a gap. So I'll go to A5 instead of A4. So equals, let's click on travel expenses, equals wages, equals, let's carry on going across here, motor expenses, equals stationery expenses,
equals, I feel like I'm repeating myself, insurance, and I'll go through, that's insurance, rent expenses, equals
spare one, and then we have equals spare two. So that's all of our expenses now listed here. Now, why have I used the equals and then clicked on the cell rather than just type it in? Well, if I use this automation, which I've created, if these accounts change, then it will update here. So if you look at the wages here, let's say for some reason in the future we want to call this wages and salaries. Wages and salaries. You'll see that it updates to wages and salaries here, or it could change to something completely different like utilities or utility expenses, and then it will update automatically here. Let's actually make this a bit wider. Let's do 20. Okay. The second part of this automation is the actual figures we want to feed through to the profit and loss statement. So clicking on cell B3, this is going to be the sales total. I'm going to type equals sum, S-U-M, open a bracket, F, colon, F, close bracket. Now what I'm telling Excel to do is to add everything in column F as a total and place it in cell B3. So as amounts now put into the sales account, you'll see that it updates here automatically. No matter how far I go down, it's going to update. Perfect. Okay, now I need to repeat that for each cell. So I've got travel, so equals sum, S-U-M, open bracket. This is column I, so I, colon, I, close bracket. Utility expenses equals sum, open bracket, L, colon, L, close bracket. Motor expenses equals sum, open bracket, O, colon, O, stationery and printing.
Insurance expense. U. Rent expenses. X.
Your columns may be slightly different to mine, so just make sure you're actually putting in the amount column for each of these expenses. Spare one, double A. Spare two. AD. Okay, I'm now going to add a line on A15 for total expenses, and that's going to be the total of all of these expenses. So equals sum, open bracket, highlight all of these totals. That shows us B5 colon B12 on mine. Close the bracket, enter. That will give us our total. And then we're going to have profit or loss down the bottom here. Profit / loss. And the formula is going to be equals the sales total. For me, that's cell B3 minus total expenses. For me, that's B14. Press enter. That gives us our total profit or loss for the period. It's now pretty much done. I'll show you how to make it look a bit more fancy in a moment, but let's talk about entering the information on this spreadsheet. So if the business has a sale, we can go to the sales account here. We can put in the date of the sale. Let's say the 15th of August. Put in the description. It could be invoice 14789. Put in the amount. Let's say it was 650. Once again, that could be dollars, euros, pounds. Press enter. And you'll notice that things are starting to automate. So the total sales for the period is 650 because there's only been one sale for 650, and the profit is 650. Let's say we've incurred some traveling expenses. Let's do the 16th of the 8th, and let's call this fuel for £35. As I enter information, this will start filling with data. Let's do some more motor expenses. Let's leave that one. Stationery, the date, the description, insurance expenses, public liability. That says $550, very expensive. Rent. It doesn't matter how many lines we enter, it will always automate and total the accounts. So we could do rent for the 31st of August for $1,200. We can then do another one for September.
and October, and go on and on. And it will total everything for us.
Okay, so I've entered some data. If we now go back, you'll see that this is all being automated. Currently there's a loss of 4,746. Let's enter some more sales here.
And increase that. Dooby-dooby-dooby-da-bo. Scooby-dooby-doo. I am the bookkeeping master. Blah-ba-dee-bee-da. Scooby-dooby-doo-doo-da. Okay,
so as I've entered information, you can see this has been auto-populating. It's as simple as that. This is the spreadsheet. Very simple. It will track your sales, your expenses, and give you an overall profit and loss for the period. How do we make this look a bit fancier? I like clicking at the top corner here, so all the cells are highlighted, and making everything center. I think everything looks better if it's in the center, like this. I like adding more gaps, so you can insert rows perhaps between titles and headings, like that. You can color code this so it stands out. So let's make this a bit different, and let's actually underline all of our headings here. And I also think spreadsheets look much better if the font is smaller. So let's make that a 9. And here we go. This is the spreadsheet. Any questions about this, please let me know. If you're stuck at any point, please let me know. If you're interested in that advanced accounting double entry spreadsheet, then watch the next video, as that will cover how to use that spreadsheet and how to download it. If this has been helpful, please like, please subscribe, please watch more of my videos. I am the Bookkeeping Master, and I'll speak to you in another video.